MWAVE 2024 out in the beautiful city of Kansas City. It's been a wonderful experience, and we are day three, the final day of the event. And I have my great and wonderful friend, Mr. Todd RowOne.
Good to see you, Ike. Good to
Here.
see you again, my friend.
I'm feeling pretty comfortable, way too comfortable on this sit that
Yeah,
we're sitting on. So let's catch up. It's been a while since we spoke.
yeah. But
How have you
here,
been?
I've been good. Kids getting older, just like yours. And here we are, post Cedia, with another debut, talking to each other.
Yes,
I
yes,
love it.
yes.
So thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, I've been looking forward to this one since I heard a little bit about it. So let's go ahead. Tell us, what is this beautiful seat that
Yeah.
we're sitting on?
Yeah, so we are in the all-new RowOne Rebellion home theater chair. So when we were at Cedia with each other and debuting that chair in our first little video fun, that was a home entertainment model. And this is a new from the ground up home theater chair. And just like all of our other chairs, you've got the 4 basic SKUs, a 2-arm chair, a left arm facing, a right arm facing, and an armless unit. They're all individual chairs, and you can make whatever configuration you would like of this new RowOne Rebellion home theater chair.
I like the name, Rebellion.
I'm a little bit of a Star Wars guy, so that's where they come from. I have to say, I'm not really on the dark side, so the red kind of is controversial for me.
Yep.
But here we are, nonetheless. We wanted something fun. As you know from the years of doing what you do, this industry is all about the theater experience, right? It's gathering our family, getting our friends together, and celebrating a love for movies or sporting events, whatever it might be. But it's got to have a comfortable seat, right? I mean, if it doesn't have that, you're going to be distracted from that visual and sound experience that we get. It's something like MWAVE 2024 here in Kansas City. So
let's talk about the very first thing I get to notice about this.
okay, yeah,
The material.
yes,
What is it made of? It just feels different.
yeah.
Tell us
So
about it.
this particular chair, the Rebellion, is our leather air material. So the leather air is actually a fabric material. It is a polyurethane fabric, and then we apply whatever surface we want to give it a look and feel of leather. So kind of the reason why we have leather in some of our theater chairs and this polyurethane fabric or leather air in others is it's like a mattress. We have found that, consumers, they prefer either a firm feel or they want a cushy feel. And so with the Rebellion, using the leather air, it's a more firm feel. You sit in the chair and you sink a little bit, but you feel it. It's not like I can push in the back and really sink into this because that fabric is preventing us from doing that. So
Yeah, that was the very first thing I noticed, and I was like, this just feels different,
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell us more about this suit.
So some of the features here are first ever for RowOne, and a lot of it was based on MWAVE feedback from attendees in 2023. So let's kick out so that you'll notice your control panel here. You've got 3 primary switches. So that very first one, if you kick that, that's going to kick out our legs. And what I want to point out is this little notice feature right here. You notice as you come out, this kicked out about 3 inches. And so if you look, it's all about a comfort of a pressure point. And so that was the feedback. I'm not super tall. You're much taller than I am, Mike. But here we are. We've hit a point on your legs that was critical for people who were taller. So that's why we did that little leg extension. That's one feature. All right. So now, second thing you're going to notice is a little bit how smooth and how far back this chair is going to go, right?
Oh, wow.
Right? Like, wow, man, we're good. But our screen ain't up there, right? So let's hit that second button and let's bring our head forward. So power headrest as a feature onto the chairs. And then all new is that third button. If you push that, we've got, feel that in your back? Oh, yeah. So this is our first chair. It took 2 years of research to find the right lumbar bladder that viewers would love, and here we are. So yeah. So now the last new feature in this chair on that control panel is that little square button. So let's go ahead and push and hold that, and let's see what happens. So this was a polling we did of home theater enthusiasts. We said, do you want home or do you want memory? Overwhelmingly, people wanted home. So there's so many scenarios. The most common one is the popcorn bowl needs to be refilled, right? And that's an urgent matter, right? So we need to address that right away, right? So people don't want to guess which of the 3 buttons. They're just like, get me to the popcorn bowl as fast as I can to refill it. So the home button was the far and out winner of that. So
it looks like it also resets everything, right?
It resets everything,
including the lumbar support.
Yes,
Kind of
even reset back.
Wow.
Yes,
as soon as I push
right.
it,
Yeah. Yes. So those are the main functional innovations in this all new home theater Rebellion chair. So to kind of finish up for everybody in terms of the chair itself, this reading light feature is a carryover from our Calveri model that we introduced, our home entertainment chair, and it's the same function. It's just a simple tap function, and to remind the viewer, you can take it out completely wireless. And a second and final carryover feature is the pull and store drawer. A little bit different, but you take that light and now you store it away. And, those are all the functional part, but from a design standpoint, there's a lot of fun in this design. We've got this little pass through, right?
To talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a different design. I don't think I've ever seen this. It looks completely different.
Correct. It's a little bit retro.
Yeah.
We're not the first one to ever do a pass through, but we're certainly the only one out of the current manufacturers that have that design element. And to me, it just added a little bit of a retro classic look.
Classic rocking chair.
Yes.
You just have that acting, then you have that.
Right. Right. Yeah. So when we finish up with your standard cup holder, and the only thing that I would note is, and this was again feedback from MWAVE 2023, was we don't want lights at the cup holder and we don't want lights at the base rail. And that's because when we kick out, the first thing that happens, it's bleeding onto our screen, right?
Yeah.
So yes. So we started that with Calveri. We're continuing it here. You will never see lighted cup holders or base rail lighting on any one RowOne product moving forward. So yeah,
yes, that's great, because I had to make a similar change at my home theater where I had the chairs. I had to just take.
You had to disconnect them or something. Yeah.
You raise your feet up and
right.
You got blue lights on your screen, and it just it reduces the immersion.
Yeah.
And for some people that can be a complete no.
Right.
So let's talk about the formats. So you have the love chair. You have, what are the formats that you can get this in?
Yeah. So as far as color goes, you can get it in this red with a black stitching, or we also have this color black with a tonal gray stitching that will take place. So, and then as far as the different units, because all of our models are individual units that you push together to essentially make that. So we're sitting in a 2-chair row made up of a 2-arm chair and, in this case, a left arm facing unit. Okay. So we've got the 2-arm, the left arm facing, the right arm facing, and the armless. So if you wanted to make a love seat, you'd put a left arm facing, a right arm facing, push them together to make that love seat configuration. And that's kind of the cool thing. If you want a sofa, you take a left arm facing, an armless, and a right arm facing, push them together. And, just a reminder for your viewers, when you do a sofa, okay, the middle seat, that armless piece, still has full functionality. Okay, so if it has power recline and power headrest like this Rebellion does, that person's still going to be able to do that. They just take their right hand, they're going to slide it between the cushions, and those controls pad's going to be right there. Yeah.
That's good. And I
So
like the colors you talked about because I already thought about it, a combination. Having two black on the head and
oh,
then have the red right in the middle.
there you
And
go.
you have this black and red
Right.
combination. So hopefully that's something that's possible to do. Just
It is.
attach and then you have a red and black combination. That's something that might meet the wife factor, right? The wife
Right.
might not want all black seats in there. She can
Right.
I give you a red and a black combination. And that's amazing.
Totally possible.
Let's talk
Totally
about it.
possible.
Yes.
Yes.
The headrest.
Yes.
What are the combinations you have for it? It can go up and down or
That's it. It's pretty uniform when it comes to a power headrest function. I would say the only thing that you want to check as a consumer is you want to have a good amount of travel, right? Because when you're reclined back, right, everybody's viewing angle, ideal position is going to be different, right? So, and where my head and my neck are comfortable is going to be different than yours, right? So I would just say that's something you want to check. When you're test driving the seat, you want to make sure it has a good range so that it meets your comfort needs, right? So,
yes, it does. It does. I can tell. No, still coming forward. Oh wow. Yeah, especially for tall folks like some of us,
right,
this
right.
is really, really comfortable price point.
Yeah. So affordability, right? So one of the key marks of RowOne is affordability. On average, if it was a theater room and you had 2 rows of 3, total of 6 chairs, you're going to find that you're going to save anywhere from ten to up to $30,000 for that total group of 6 seats. And so that's money that you can put into sound and picture. Remember, it's all about the experience of being in a dedicated theater room or a media room. You're there with your friends, you're there with their family. Like, they're there to be comfortable in the seats,
Yes.
but they're really there for that experience that they can't get anywhere else except in this wonderful rooms that we create here at MWAVE.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. And so availability. Is this already shipping? When is it going to be ready for shipping?
Yeah. So the Rebellion will be shipping the end of next month. So in the end of July, you can have these chairs. And on the pricing of these chairs retail at $1,800 per chair, whether it's black or red, 2-arm, armless, 1 arm, it's $1,800 per chair. Our whole collection retails from $1,000 to not more than $19.99 per chair. So it just depends on the model that determines what that unique model's price is. So, and once it's in stock, it's in stock. So the only lead time you'll have is 26 to 30 days from our warehouse in Tacoma directly to your house, wherever that might be in the 48 states. And the delivery fee includes in your house, up or down 2 flights of stairs, unpack it, assemble it, and take all the cardboard away. So it's a true white glove experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, is this the only piece you have at MWAVE 2024? Or is there something else?
There's one other thing.
Yes.
Should we go take a look?
Let's go take a look.
All right. Thanks, Ike. Let's do it.
Let's go take a look. There's another product that you brought to MWAVE, and we're currently sitting on it.
Yes.
Walk us through, because I haven't seen this one before.
Yes. Brand new. So the Calveri model that you and I introduced to your viewers at CEDIA 2023 in Denver is now our top selling model out of all 5 of the home theater and home entertainment chairs that we offer. So the Calveri is doing wonderful. This low profile seat back innovation that we introduced with the introduction of our standard 4 SKUs that we talked about with Rebellion, this has been expanded for Calveri only. So debuting here at MWAVE 2024 in Kansas City is the introduction of a chaise lounge. And I'm sitting in the left arm facing unit, and there is also a right arm facing unit of this chaise lounge. So that's our first piece. And then we're also introducing a corner wedge here as well. And there's two versions of this corner wedge. There is a seat version that would have, you know, the actual material or covering material would be where you're sitting, Ike, would be have that there. And there's this new version that we're calling a Bluetooth music entertainment version of a corner wedge as well. And, you know, we'll talk about each of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about it because I'm very interested in some of the features for the lounge. So tell us about it. What you got?
Yeah. So the chaise lounge was requested for those configurations or collaborations where you just want to have something unique. You can stretch out as a lounger chair as opposed to the traditional theater chair with full recline capability. So this model here, the left arm facing, has the same standard features as the Calveri in terms of the sliding arm pad that reveals the cup holder. And then it also has the pull and store drawer coming out of the front face of it. It also comes standard with the reading light feature, and those are all carryover from that common model. And the one power function that this has is it does have power headrest. So I can push the button here and bring it up. And as we're bringing that up, I can lean back, get comfortable. But you'll notice we still kept that low profile of that power headrest, so there's no obstruction going on to our ears. So that's really what's unique about this chaise lounge. As far as feature sets, a lot of it's just carryover, but having that extra SKU so you can make a new configuration, which is becoming more and more popular in home theaters, but also in living rooms, family rooms, great rooms in people's homes. So
these units can be gotten separately.
yes. So you have the two arm SKU, left arm facing, right arm facing, and armless, like we have in all of our different groups. But this is the only one that has the chaise lounge and the corner wedge, correct? So, you know, we'll focus on the Bluetooth version of the corner wedge and like, why did this idea come about? And so this is really more for your great room, your family room. If it's your basement, maybe it's your open media room, where you've got these desire to have a configuration like make the letter L and be able to do a turn. So a corner wedge as a function lets you make that turn, right? If you want to keep going in your great room or your environment's big enough, you can turn again and now you make like a letter U. So that's the purpose of having a corner wedge available. Now, the purpose of having like a Bluetooth music system is we talk to consumers about their family room experience. And one of the concerns, especially today, you know, a family room, great room in the United States, it can be pretty big, right? And so the distance from where we're sitting to where that flat screen is hanging with a surround bar underneath it, it's getting bigger and farther away. Now, granted, we have TVs that are getting bigger, so that part's being solved. But what consumers talk to us about is they have to crank that sound bar to get the sound to them. And now that that's cranked up, it's overpowering any type of capability to have a conversation. So having the sound be right next to you solves that problem. So this system here has Bluetooth connectivity. I'm already connected with my phone right now, and we'll just bring up one of the Bluetooth streaming services. This is Pandora, for example. Okay, and we'll get that kicked on. Just so like people could know it has sound, but the purpose of it is to be background music, ambient. Correct. Right. You know, you're reading a book in the family room, you've got a gathering of your friends over, the kids are having a sleepover, and they just want to have some fun sound into the background. That's what this is really all about. So, let me turn that down. So we got, quiet, low variability. Let me go to that. Okay. So another feature of this setup is magnetic charge capability. So you can see we just placed that down and it started to charge our phone. So that's a nice feature. You still have the plug-in capability to charge with micro C and standard USB charging, which is great for gaming controllers as well. And there is, believe it or not, even an auxiliary input. I don't know what you're gonna do with that, but hey, maybe you could put your record player somewhere or a little old school CD player, and you can literally auxiliary plug sound into this. So there's some cool things into this, and it's super easy to use. From a speaker standpoint, again, folks, this is good ambient sound. We're not kicking anything like what's happening in these home theater rooms, right? But we did make sure to put both a woofer and 2 tweeters in it so that it had a little bit of range to it. So, yeah. So that's what we got. And we got these cup holders here.
You have some materials here. So there's the variations that you can get.
Yeah.
Both the lounge and Scholar piece, or is it just for this particular piece?
You can get it for any of the SKUs in Calvary. Okay. So when we were talking and we met there in Denver at CEDIA, we had the black leather and we had these 2 fabrics. We had what we call a charcoal fabric and we had this taupe fabric. So brand new at MWAVE being introduced is a brand new blue fabric. All of these are high performance fabrics and you can get them on any of the different SKUs, including the 2 new ones, the Chase Lounge and our corner wedge. So
availability, this is also available for shipping now?
So this will be available for shipping in August. Okay. Early August, we will have this in stock. Any of the 4 new total SKUs will be in stock and we can ship. Just like we were talking about with the Rebellion chair, ship it anywhere in the 48 states and have it in your home 26 to 30 days. Yeah.
And just like the Calvary with the lights are detachable too, right?
That is correct. Yes. Yep. Same technology. Right. And, we'll probably see each other in Denver again this year.
I'm already signed.
We'll have to plan to get together again because we already have some new fun that'll be there that might involve that port. We're going to have a few new options for consumers to choose from, but I don't want to give away the secret sauce. Yeah. So, yeah.
That works just fine. But yes, this has been amazing. So you can also buy this in combination with the Calveris, or if you already own a Calvary, you can order this separately just to add to the collection.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I think, the Calvary up to this point, it's been used in a lot of theaters. It's been used in great rooms, but by and far, it's been in theater rooms. So this really lets you take the Calvary, especially with these fabric options. It really lets you take it out of the theater room and place it into a family room. Fabrics, by and far, from a female acceptance factor, are way preferable to a black leather in those environments. So having that, we're good to go. So if you want to reach out to us, it's super simple. Phone number 734-395-3534. Contact us through our website, www.rowoneht.com. That's ROWONEHT.com. Reach out to us on the Contact Us button. Happy to help you. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for your time. Great to see you here. MWAVE 2024.